Let me see what's going on this Tippler Talk Tuesday. All right, folks. In today's video, I want to talk about a video I just watched a few days ago on YouTube and on social media, Facebook. It's circulating out there. It's out there. You can watch it. When I tell you about this video, some of you may have seen it already, some of you may not, but now's the time to watch that video. And what I like about the video, besides all the information that's on that video, it's the gentleman behind the camera and in front of the camera. And what I like about these two gents is that they go out of their way to help others have a better understanding on flying tipplers. And it's not your basic video where someone's in front of a camera, look what I've got, look what I've done, like we've all have. But it's something more. It's something for new beginners to watch and understand, take notes, and really follow along in the tippler flying competition hobby. So first of all, I'd like to say shout out and thanks to Shiv, Shankar. If I pronounced that incorrectly, I apologize ahead of time. I want to say shout out to Stan Ogozalek. Thank you for your interview. And Shiv, thank you for interviewing Stan. What a great video. We need more videos like this to promote what we call the hobby. But not just any old hobby. It's the competition flying hobby. I know a lot of guys don't do it. It's a lot of work. I think there's a lot of guys out there that can do it. They have the potential of being great at it. And we could all try something and never be great at it. We could be mediocre, but at least we tried. And that's important, that you try. Let's face it, in life, where we are all equal, but not equal. Because we all can't do the same things that others do. And for that reason, I say thank you to Stan, thank you to Shiv, that you guys were able to put this video together, put it out there, and help others have a better understanding on what pigeons competition flight is all about. So for my Tippler Talk Tuesday, I like to just bring that up to those that are watching my videos. I have not done a video breaking it down like Stan and Shiv have. I've watched other videos. There's a lot of other good videos out there. I know some of the Baltimore Flyers have some good videos as well that will break down some things. But in this case, I could only speak for Stan because I am in the same club with Stan. We belong to the CNTU. And besides watching this video, we've had numerous conversations in the past about the very same things that he spoke about on that video. And that's under the NE Tippler site on YouTube. NE, that's NE Tippler. And I guess it's for New England Tippler, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. But it looks something like this. Tippler, something like this. NE Tippler. For those that are watching, if you want to research it, watch it. I'll try to put a link on my video to that video if I can. But the video was well made. I like the editing that was done on that video. Like I said, it's a great video to watch. And on that video, they spoke about a lot of things. They pretty much compact a lot of information that can be very useful to some of the new and young flyers that are willing to learn, willing to try flying competition tipplers. So just to touch a couple topics. If you don't know, let's talk about nutrition and health. Well, I have this book, but not everyone can get this book. So if you want a quick reference guide, you go ahead and watch that video. That video is going to tell you on how to take care, some of the things that you should be looking for in taking care of the birds. What type of diseases, if you've treated the birds for certain diseases. I know Stan mentioned canker, paratyphoid, E. coli, coccidiosis, salmonella, and so on. He listed a couple there for you about flying a bird that if you don't know what the birds have been treated for and you don't know if they are suffering from any of those diseases, you may not get a good time flight for competition. He talked about weather, different locations, up north versus down south, humidity, talked about the heat, he talked about the loft. Stan also talked about training, how to train, when to train, and why you train a certain way. He talked about different lines of pigeons, whether they would be Bowdens, Levettes, and Shannons, and stuff like that, the Darren Kellys. He touched about different lines of birds. He also talked about different clubs. Some clubs have chosen to show birds and have what I like to call them are pigeon pageants. It's what they are, beautiful birds all in a row, picking the best of the best for the prettiness, for the very, very sole thing that they're bred for, the pigeon pageants. Beautiful birds. And I agree, I've seen a lot of beautiful birds. Now, he also talked about the history on how some of the flyers were coming along the way, what birds that they used to breed, how they used to train, and he talked about the feeding a bird a certain type of grain for a certain length of time to get the maximum output of a bird. Stan covered a lot of things that could be very useful to anyone out there watching our pigeon videos. So today's Tippler Talk Tuesday, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a shout out to Stan. Great job, sir. Shiv, great job for you interviewing and doing the video editing and all that and asking all the right questions. And I'm sure there's a lot more questions out there that are probably circulating that a lot of guys want to know certain things that they may have not picked up on that video. And let's face it, some of the videos that we make out here are not 100%, meaning not everyone's going to interpret the video like it was intended for. And that's for, if I say I'm doing a video on breeding, 20 guys are going to watch that video, and 20 guys may have 20 different opinions about breeding. So the video may not be received 100% in their minds. That could be better or worse as far as the information being filtered out there. But I believe that the video was intended to really teach those that want to do flying competition. All those topics that I just mentioned need to be taken into account. Now, have I ever met anyone that did not do half of those things on that video and have a very nice outcome of flying tipplers, and maybe just as good of flying tipplers or better? Yes, I have. I've met a gentleman here in Florida that has done very well for himself, and I would love to time and see how much more time he can get out of his birds if he ever came back to the pigeon game, and that's to fly them. I understand the gentleman, the fancier, is busy, and I respect that. He's busy, but I think he could do better as far as showing the world that he can fly a different method down here in Florida and be just as successful. And for that reason, I hope he watches my video and considers it. Whether he teaches me, or because I'm willing to learn, or he teaches someone else to fly better, that's what needs to be done in the pigeon community. And that's show people how to fly better birds, or fly better with their birds, I should say. But overall, this video was just made on the Tippler Talk Tuesday just to give those guys a shout out and a thank you, because I really enjoyed that video to the fullest. And for the guys out there that are watching my videos, and I see you getting birds, I see you wanting to get into some type of competition flying, and all I can say is that I hope you do well with those birds. For anyone out there that's trying to get competition flying birds and not the show birds, I think that you guys are finally realizing that pigeons could be more than just one thing. There's no right or wrong. If you like your pigeon shows, great, have at it. But if you also want to give it a shot, I would like for those that have tipplers to give flying a shot. Give it a full effort. And I'm telling you, you're gonna find, like I have, it's a difficult hobby to compete in, because it's not just throwing feed, looking at a line of birds saying this is Bowden, a Shannon, a Levette, Darren Kelly. It's not about just saying I got a line of birds that's gonna fly for me. It's more to it than just that. It's more than just the housing. It's more than just the nutrition. It's more than just training. It's about being consistent. It's about learning everything you can about tippler flying. And I just think that some will come up to the starting line and many will not finish. And sometimes I'm afraid that I may not finish. And not because I doubt myself, but because obstacles that I run across may not allow me to finish. And for that reason, that's why I worry sometimes. And I believe that you have to worry about that, because, you know, and here's the difference. A lot of guys have pigeons. A lot of guys love their pigeons equally the same like I do. But I feel like some guys, they will put 100% effort into one thing and not others. So just to give you a little history for those that are watching my video, I have done the pigeon shows. I have won trophies. I have won, and whether it be down here or if I lived up north where it's very big, I will be right there in the mix competing, because I like the competition. There's no doubt about that. I've lost, I've won, I've gotten champion, I've got all that down here. Not up north, but down here. But now that I'm focusing on flying in competition, I found that as a backyard flyer, like I've been told, it's hard to compete. So that's why I think a lot of guys they say they have a flying tippler, but they don't want to exercise that flying tippler to put it to the test. So they would rather say, I got what you have, I've got what you have, but I'd rather not put the work in because it's a lot of work. Now, I've seen some guys admit to it, it's a lot of work, and that's why I don't do it. Or some guys don't like it because it just takes up too much time. They're not willing to be out there all day watching their birds fly. But at the end of the day, the reality of it is, if you're telling me you have a competition flying tippler, or a flying competition tippler, whatever you want to call it, then do what you say you have. But you cannot mix apples and oranges. They're all the same pigeons as far as pigeon. But Stan put it in perspective about competition tipplers, competition flying, and I loved it. So we're going to end this video on, we'll see you back next week, Tippler Talk Tuesday. Whether you get your information out of a book, or hands-on at home, or you watch a good video like Stan and Shiv, all you're doing is helping yourself, making yourself better, and exercising that ability to grow. If you don't do that and you stay in the same place, then that's all you'll ever do, just stay in that same place, right? So anyway, till next time, folks, like always, hit that like button. Main thing, hit that like. Show me that you like the videos. If you like to leave a comment, please leave a comment. I try to answer all my comments right back. I think that we owe it to the viewers to answer all the comments and really communicate with the viewers, so they'll come back and we can stay in contact. And the last thing, man, hit that bell. When these videos come up, you'll get notified. All right, folks. Later.